Hey, Lily. I'm going to give people a chance to start coming in. Hope everyone is having a happy Friday. I don't know if we're going to have a ton of people in here because there's some other things going on some different channels. And that's perfectly fine because those are some things that need to get hashed out. I will gladly sit here and talk to myself because there's really only one person that needs to hear this, and that's all things in life, flip flopper, whatever she's calling herself these days. Hey, Dodie. So I don't know if anyone caught All Things in Life stream this morning. Um, she was passively aggressively speaking to a couple of different people. Hey, John Deere girl. Um, so we're going to talk a little bit about what she had to say this morning and some things she's had to say pretty much daily. Before we get started, mods, the rules are simple. Nobody gets blocked unless it's a P-bot or if someone's being doxxed. We're going to try to be as respectful as possible in the chat. Hey, Amy and KJ3. Um, we're not here to trash the woman. We're not here to be disrespectful to her. I invited her to come up and join me, but apparently her legal team advised her against it. And apparently I'm being closely looked into. And I don't know if she was referring to my community post or someone else's, but said that she took it as a threat. Now, if it was my community post she was talking about, I'm assuming it was the one where I told her to just stop while she was ahead or she was going to get attention that she didn't want. Maybe she perceived that as a threat. But what I meant by that is I personally, all things in life, do not feel that you are equipped to handle the stuff that could come down on you if you keep poking the bear. And by the bear, I mean just all the chaos that ensues around here. Um, I'm going to be quite honest with you. We don't even know who you are. I know that at some point, everyone thought you were MAGA. Not going to lie, you sound identical. I've seen pictures of MAGA. I've seen you when you cammed up. I do not think that you are her, but it would not surprise me if you were of some sort of relation. That's just my opinion, and I could be totally off base. So apparently, you being accused of being MAGA was the catalyst that caused your knickers to get all bunched up. So, what I wanted to do by inviting you on my panel is to hash it out, find out what's going on so you can spend your time on your channel doing something other than accusing anyone and everyone of harassing you and harassing your family. And we're going to rewind a little bit to about a month ago. Number, and she's the one that actually made the call. Yesterday, you slipped up. You said, well, Nicolina called me 3 times. It was a Michigan number, like I don't know who that is. And she said that she got my number from Jimbo. But I've only called him 1 time. So you got caught in a lie inadvertently. You said you had never called him, that it was your sister that called, and now your sister is receiving death threats and all kinds of stuff. If you haven't learned anything about this community, it's that if you're going to start making claims like that, you need to come with some proof to back it up. Otherwise, you're just out here slandering a bunch of people for no reason. You don't know any of us. The only way you know us is you probably saw all of us in Ernie's chat. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You didn't have anything to worry about with me by coming on my panel. I legit know what it's like to be a brand new creator and try to find your footing and see what works best for your channel. And when I said that you needed to quit while you were ahead, it was because you are going about this the completely wrong way. And as you've noticed, you getting phone calls yesterday was just, that's you getting the attention that you ask for on a daily basis. I was also going to educate you on the process of what you need to do to actually deal with internet stuff. And I'm going to tell you right out of the gate, not much. Why do you think that it goes on so much? It's a hard thing to fight. It's a hard thing to charge someone with. It's a hard thing to get any attention from law enforcement. They're not interested in this stuff. You know what they're going to tell you? They're going to tell you to either not talk about the people you're talking about or to just stay off YouTube altogether. Hello to everyone just coming in. If you're not sure what we're talking about all things in life and her constant need for reassurance. And I don't know what she's looking for, honestly. I was hoping she could come explain that. But her legal team advised against it because apparently I'm the devil. So when you have people bothering you, all things in life, you have the option of doing exactly like I just said and just stay away from them. If you don't talk about other people, they're not going to talk about you. I've seen the people in your chat. People have been supportive of you. Some people for the wrong reasons. You know, they just have a strong dislike for other people, and that's okay. That doesn't involve me. And when you keep saying these people, those people, I'm going to let you know a little something about me. So lean in. I stand alone. I have friends, I have people that I care about. But as far as being a creator, I'm one entity. I'm not working with anyone. I'm not in anyone's payroll. I'm not out here to white knight for anyone and everyone. It's just me. So you thinking that I have anything to do with other issues that you claim to be having, you are wrong. And if your legal team wants my information, I will email you my address, my full legal name, my phone number. You can have it all. Because you, sweetie pie, harassed Jimbo at 12:44 a.m. on a 28-second call. And then you lied and said it wasn't you, it was your sister. You come on here every day and you constantly say that you're having these meetings with your advisors and your legal team, and your legal team is going to tell you the best way to handle your channel. We didn't just all fall off the turnip truck. Some of us have been here for a while and we've seen what actually goes on. And I'm not saying that nobody out here harasses anyone, that they don't do vile things to people. It happens. It most surely does. but you are inserting yourself into something that you have no business being in the middle of. I was trying to help you because I believe it's okay to, lend a hand to the underdog. And when you see new creators, pretty much self sabotaging themselves, I'm not above being human and reaching out and saying, look, why don't you try this? I have a year and a half on you. A lot of people around here have been on here way longer than I have, but you live and learn. You are getting the attention on yourself. It has nothing to do with Ernie Shell. It's not about people thinking you're MAGA anymore. That is old news. And who cares if someone called you a flip flopper? Put your flip flops on and strut those suckers around proudly, because it means that you can coexist with other people than just one little group that other people want to assign you to. I get along with everyone. And it's because I know the difference in between spoken thoughts and unspoken thoughts. Before something leaves your lips, you got to ask yourself, is this going to be helpful to someone? Is it going to be encouraging? Is it going to lift them up? Because the only words that should leave your mouth are the ones that do that. Even when you're pissed off, even when you're having a bad day, even when you don't agree with what someone's saying, you have to read the room and learn which approach would be best for that situation. You got to get to know people, and everyone has a different way. I'm not going to say to be handled because that just sounds weird, but there's different ways to get through to different types of people. There's about 9 billion different personalities on YouTube. And about 85% of those, we all have to be right. It's human nature. But to sit here and keep telling people you're going to take appropriate action, if you're not going to have a chat, because this is another bone I have to pick with you. I have a 9-year-old child who goes on YouTube Kids all the time. And just because you don't want to chat, you can't be setting it to YouTube Kids and be up there cussing like a mad woman. That's not fair to other people's children who could stumble upon your videos. So as a parent, you have to stop doing that. If you don't want to chat, the better option would be for you to make a video and then upload it, because you don't read your chat anyway. If you read your chat, you would know that you have people there supporting you and telling you, maybe your channel could be about this. You seem to be having a good time on your channel the other day. You were playing music and all kinds of stuff. People were genuinely having a good time. And you were kind of interacting with people. And I know that it can be tough when you sit up here talking, you lose track of watching the chat. You have to multitask. But you have people that want to see your channel grow. And people have been suggesting to you in chat to just, don't worry about it. Leave it alone. Quit talking about them. You blocked me from being able to talk in your chat because I delivered a message to Jimbo that he had till 4 p.m. that day to take down the post you demanded him to take down. But he would never be able to see that demand because you delete everything right after you finish. Hey, D-Boss. Nevermore, little but right to then respond to it or react. Hi, Sheila. We have a right because we can't be seen in your chat. You're not paying attention. A lot of us are blocked, but you blocked me for the silliest thing. And I know that I can be cocky and condescending. And sometimes, when you're writing out a comment, you can't really get the full emotion of it across. It did make me giggle. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny for you to make a demand on someone and then you delete it before that person even gets a chance to hear it. And you do that with everything. You say that if this live stream was going to happen today, that it was going to be downloaded and forwarded to your legal team. Well, why don't you download all of your stuff and forward that to them too? So they can see that you're on here daily talking about everyone. I don't think that there's anything going on with you behind the scenes. I think that you may have gotten a few phone calls. You may have gotten a couple of text messages. I don't think that they're coming after your entire family. That's just silly. Nobody knows you or anything about you. What could you have possibly done to justify any more attention than any of the rest of us get? Everyone is so involved in their other issues that they have going on within their groups that they're not worried about you. I don't know what's going on with you. I know that one of your complaints is that people are saying that you have mental issues. Honey, we all have something wrong with us. None of us can say that we have gone through life completely unscathed and that there are things that don't bother us. Trust me, you can look up every symptom you think you're having and there's going to be some kind of condition for it. I suffer from anxiety, PTSD, and minor depression. I've been on this earth 47 years and I've been through hell. So if there's something wrong with you, then nobody is going to judge you for that. Whatever you're dealing with, people just want you to be healthy and happy. I was hoping to have a one-on-one conversation with you. This wasn't going to be some big ordeal where I was going to let everyone come in and trash you. You could pop up on this panel at any time before I wrap this up. It wasn't going to be some long, drawn-out thing. I was going to make it quick and painless. I could call you, I guess, since you can't see me comment in your chat. But, it really doesn't matter. I could comment anything I wanted because I have been in your chat under 2 different accounts. You say that things are going to be done about the trolls. Trolling's not illegal. So if your legal team said that they're going to be able to do something to stop people from coming into your chat under different accounts, they lied to you and you need to get your money back. The proper procedure if someone is harassing you online, you need to, and even if they're calling you need to verbally tell them, or you can comment in a chat and hopefully they'll see it. You need to tell them at least twice that you do not want to talk to them and to not contact you anymore. And then you need to block them. You need to block their number. You need to not answer calls, things like that. Once you've done that, you can no longer talk about that person either. Or it's considered provocation. You're provoking them into talking about you or contacting you. If it escalates, then yes, there's laws out there to protect you. But nobody really thinks that all of this is happening. You said that people have been sending you things. Well, you don't have an email in your about section. And I've never seen you put your email in a chat. I think I your forte. Like, do you have hobbies that you like to talk about? Are you interested in true crime? There's a lot of cold cases out there that need to be brought to the forefront again, you know? If for nothing else, just to let families know that their loved ones haven't been forgotten. You can do a cooking channel. There's so many things you can do, but I would pick something and stick to it, because this going live every day and threatening legal action and, every day it's like, so I'm trying to figure out what my channel is going to be about. You're losing people's interest. People are wondering, like, what the heck? And people were asking you today in your chat what your channel was about, and you just completely ignored everyone because you were so fired up about me and so fired up about another creator that you just couldn't let it go. And if you're taking legal action against someone, I would strongly advise you not to get on here every day talking about the legal action you're taking against someone. That's not very smart. You don't see investigators out there telling the suspects what's going on every step of the investigation. You talk about your secret mods. You said that if this live went on, the secret mods, your family, friends, legal team, everyone would be watching. Well, hey, everyone. I know the law, all things in life. You're not going to catch me up here slipping. I've never done anything to you. I was always nice to you in your chats before. And you can keep me blocked, unblock me. I don't really care. I'm still there every day. I still get to hear every word of it. That's another claim you made, was that your legal team was going to look into people not even being able to hear your stream if you don't want them to. Well, if they told you that they could do that, they lied to you again. The only thing your legal team should have advised you to do would be to stay off of YouTube, or if you have to be on here because you're adamant that, don't I have a right to be here? Yes, you have every right to be here. But your rights end when it infringes on other people's rights. And you're constantly up here dragging people into stuff that we don't know what it's about. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm just being a total snot. But like I said in my community post, you got to stop this. The ball's in your court, and people are distracted with other issues going on. But, from what I've seen today, some of those issues are getting worked out. So they're going to need someone to focus on. And you're going to tick some people off to the point where they are going to react. You don't want people talking about you. You don't want people calling you up on their panels because people are trying to set you up. What are we trying to set you up for? My purpose was to set you up for success, to just give you a voice, because I don't think people have questions. You need to be a good creator and answer those questions. Your subs and your viewers is what drives your channel. But if all you're doing is sitting there talking about the drama that you don't have anything to do with at all, then people are going to get really tired of that. Val and me, we're talking about all things in life. She used to be called Loving Life, I think. I don't know what she was called before that. A lot of people think that it was MAGA. There are people that still think you're MAGA because the voice is just eerily identical. But I don't know. I don't think it's you. So basically, Val and me, a lot of us ended up sub to her and we didn't know how. And it was around the time that MAGA shut her channel down. And so someone said that it was MAGA, and it's just come full circle to where apparently she says she's getting death threats and her family's being doxxed and harassed. And I know that someone did give her real name. That person also apologized and explained that they were just trying to set the record straight that she wasn't MAGA, because there was a period of time where a lot of people were going and trolling her because they were convinced she was MAGA. And ever since then, she just basically goes live every day and talks about her legal team that's taking action against everyone because of all the threats and stuff. Um, I've been on YouTube for a year and a half now. I have never received not one death threat, and I've ruffled some feathers. I'm not for everyone, but I've never received one death threat. I've received some emails telling me, I'm stupid for hanging around with and modding for a particular creator, but that's okay. And then she talks about, yeah, all things in life. Tell us about that secret channel that you have, because you keep talking about all these members' lives and all this stuff, but you only have like 340 subs. You're not monetized, so you don't have memberships. And then when people ask how they can join, like people who legit wanted to be there for you, asked how they could join that channel, and you wouldn't tell anyone what it was because it's like a group of you or something. I don't know. And you said that people are calling an organization that they think that you're a part of, that you've only volunteered a couple of times, but you're not part of that organization. But yesterday you said you were having meetings with them because you were going to volunteer. So that's a little confusing too. People want to get to know you. When you're a creator, you have to be open to letting people into a glimpse of your life. I'm not saying tell them every little thing about you. We don't need to know what you eat every day. We don't need to know when you took your first steps, your address, all that. We don't need to know those things. But you have to give people a chance to get to know you. See, maybe there are people that want to be mean to you, but I was seriously trying to give you a chance. I'm not going to deny that, you're on my poop list right now. You threatened me with legal action today, and I haven't done a thing to you. It's fine that you were advised not to come on my panel. Maybe panels aren't the best idea for you because I've seen you on a couple and it didn't work out well. Maybe it would work out better if you would just be yourself and just, do something different. You don't want the heat on you. I don't know why you keep putting yourself into it. You don't want it. Is there anyone that has any questions in the chat that, I can verbalize and say out loud so it's easier for her legal team to, dictate? Like, I would hate to be doing the transcripts for this with my country accent trying to figure out what I'm saying. That would be hilarious. Trying to think of some questions that I saw in the chat. I know that um, my friend Julie was persistent in wanting to know what your channel was about. And I think you really should spend some time thinking on that. Quit making your channel be about a bunch of other creators and make it be about something that's important to you. I mean, you say that you're wanting to, bring awareness to all the shenanigans that go on YouTube. That topic is probably oversaturated. Because trust me, anyone can log on to just about any channel and see that there's shenanigans that go on. Benny. I'm just really tired of you threatening people with legal repercussions. You have to know that for someone like me, like, we're going to pick that apart. And it's not to be mean to you. It's not to try to disparage you or make you feel less than. Being a new creator is scary. Trust me. I came out the gate balls to the wall, at someone's throat. It's not for the faint of heart. And you're trying to fight some pretty big dogs. So I think you should just slow your roll, quit talking about everyone, quit threatening legal issues, tell your legal team not to waste their time trying to transcribe my live streams or decipher what I mean by in my community posts, because from this point forward, you're on your own. I'm giving you some friendly advice free of charge, but you got to figure it out. She did say after she accused BK of swatting her, which isn't likely, that she had changed her number then. Yes, she did say she changed her number. She said she had to because of the extreme amount of death threats. And I don't know. I might have missed the one where she accused him of swatting her, but I remember hearing something about it. Yes, Nevermore. She does need to be responsible and not accused frivolously. That's all anyone's been trying to tell you in your chats. But you have to acknowledge your chat. People do like you. I mean, you seem like a very nice person, could be likable. But if calling you a flip flopper or accusing you of being someone you're not is the worst thing that's happened to you, take it and run. I'm sure there's a lot of people that wish that that was the worst thing that happened to them. And the person that you keep saying everyone doxed you, but then you doxed yourself so they couldn't do it, but they doxed your whole family anyway. I seriously have never heard anyone or seen anyone talk about you in any of the chats I go in, and I go into a lot. I haven't heard your name mentioned on any live stream unless it's someone saying, oh, yeah, this person accused me of doing this. No one's out here trashing you. No one's out here making up rumors about you. Someone got your identity wrong. Big deal. That was like over a month ago. We're not worried about it anymore, so you shouldn't be. She did come out of nowhere, Jackie Blue, and I think that's a lot. Some people really want to know how they got subbed to her. So naturally, in people's mind, they trace it back and they're like, well, she does sound exactly like MAGA, and her channel popped up right around the time MAGA's ended, and I was already subbed. That's the scenario I see most often. Nope, Sarah, I've never seen her mentioned either. Benny, it's the All Things in Life lady that everyone thought was MAGA. So I don't know. She's all in a tizzy, and she's got the legal team downloading my live stream because apparently I threatened her on a community post. I don't go out here threatening people. I know where all the fine lines are, and I know not to cross them. And even if I didn't know, I'm just not that kind of person. I'm nice to everybody, to a fault. I have my moments, and I can lash out with the best of them. I just don't have that kind of energy. I would rather focus my energy on just being at peace than constantly being in all the chaos. And that's what you should do. Find your peace in your life and make your channel about that. If you just enjoy talking to people, then just be a hangout channel where you just let the chat run and you guys just talk about anything and everything. Your channel will grow. But yesterday I saw your numbers peak quite quickly. You go from having like 20 people into a chat, and you had almost 100 yesterday. But what were you doing? You were talking about and inserting yourself into drama and accusing people of stuff. And you got all those viewers in there on those people's backs. So maybe you have it all figured out and you know how to play the game. Maybe that's what you're trying to do. But I can tell you that will be short lived, because when the time comes that you have to start talking about certain people, then you're going to lose your viewers. You need to build your channel on something real. Be real with yourself and be real with your viewers, and you'll be just fine. But don't mention my name in your live streams, and I won't mention your name in mine anymore. I gave you the opportunity to come talk to me. You didn't want to take it. We're good. And I'm going to leave this live stream up because I want people to see what I said. I want people to not take anyone else's word for it and be able to come back and hear it out of my own mouth. And that's another thing you should do too. You can't be out here making accusations on people and then taking away all the evidence so they can't speak up for themselves. If you're going to do that, what's the point of having a channel? People need to be able to find you even when you're not live. But if no one else has anything they want to say, that's really all I wanted to say to her, you guys. I appreciate all of you for being here and supporting me. I know I've seen a lot of you in her chats just like confused. I'm confused with you. You think someone from Ernie's community gave her the channel? It could be. Very well could be. You never know what those silly tigers are up to. I've got part 4 just about ready for the Lightning Tiger movie. Um, my goal is Monday or Tuesday. You know, her legal team's going to have a field day if they're really going through my channel because she said I was being watched closely. So if they go back and watch all my stuff about Ernie, I probably do look like a big old meanie. But, you know, I have questions and I like to be funny about it. You love the movie? I was hoping that the final part, maybe it'll be like one of those movies that you don't hear about it for a while and I'll come back with like a part 5 and I'll be able to just close it all out with whether or not he goes to jail, for how long, all that stuff. Yeah, Jane J. Her voice does sound a little different now. I think it's because I've heard it so much now that I'm over the initial shock of it sounding like MAGA. And she's cammed up once on her own that I know of, and then she slipped up and done it a couple of times. I got a screenshot yesterday. And before you go freaking out, all things in life, I didn't get a screenshot for any nefarious reasons. I took a screenshot so I could compare it to a picture I have of MAGA. Because I don't think you're MAGA. And I would never do anything rude with a picture of you. Um, no, I haven't heard anything from Ernie. I would probably be the last person that would, though. Oh, Nevermore, she blocked you today? Yes, I saw the love bombing going on. And she did say this morning that she can't even go on Charlie's panel and she really wanted to. So she does have people out there that really care about her. I mean, I care about her as a human being. I don't wish her any ill will or anything like that. There's always room for another channel around here. Yeah, I remember her getting upset on Ernie's panel and she turned the camera on at the very end, I think. All I remember is her saying, "Do I look like MAGA?" And I did laugh, but it wasn't anything against her. So when I get uncomfortable, I laugh about things. Like if I get embarrassed for someone or I'm just in an uncomfortable situation, I laugh. Yep, she does rage and block. That's another thing, all things in life. You can't be so block happy. You have to welcome other people's opinions. You don't want an echo chamber. Like, I love to have conversations. Well, the only way you can have a conversation, usually, for it to be any good, other than just how's the weather, you have to have differing opinions. And, there's been times where I've had a different opinion than someone, and they've changed my opinion because I allowed them the opportunity to do that. Hey, Raz. It is very weird. It's very, very weird. Oh, Kara, you're so sweet. Yes, if anyone wants to tip me, it's just $ chasing justice. You don't have to, though. It's always appreciated. Times are hard. Like, if she really volunteers with an organization, I'm not saying by any means divulge information that, she's supposed to keep confidential. But, you know, if it's an organization, like she said, it helps people. So if it's an organization that offers like community resources or things like that, or, you know, some type of support, then maybe she could talk about that. She could talk about different resources available within her community, and, you know, maybe start a Facebook page in correlation to her channel and post that information there, and she could do good that way. Oh, well, thank you, Nevermore. I thought it was important to do this live. I really hope she would have been here so she could see firsthand, you know, like she doesn't know anything about me, but she judged me based on the fact that I giggled when I told Jimbo about her demand. I'm not a carrier pigeon, but had I not told him about it right when I heard it, he probably would have never known. I mean, he didn't take the post down, and that's his prerogative. But I mean, she did call him at 12:44 a.m. That's pretty rude. I had a feeling she would be here listening, and that's fine if she doesn't want to comment. You know, she probably feels very unsure. I just hope that she takes some things that I've said or some of the comments she's read into consideration, because she really does have her future in her hands, you know, as far as being a creator goes. You know, and if she wants to take breaks, and like I've taken breaks for months at a time where I just sit back and take it all in. I'm the type that I don't like to speak about something if I haven't had time to do my research on it and kind of look at it from every aspect and really put thought into it. Because I've learned that when I do just fly off at the mouth, I usually get myself in trouble. Yeah, Kara, that's all I want to do is be helpful. I'm not out here to hurt anybody. I just want her to realize, you know, that constantly talking about other people, you know, and I know this is going to be taken the wrong way, but if she keeps going after people the way she has been and keeps dredging all this stuff up and, you know, accusing people of all these heinous things, then, you know, she's going to get hurt in the long run. Her channel's going to suffer. It's going to cause her unneeded emotional stress. It's just not worth it. Well, I hope that she's taking it all in and going to take some things into consideration. If she doesn't want to come up and she doesn't want to comment, I'm going to go ahead and wind this down. I appreciate everyone for being here. And let's all, you know, try to give her some support. Maybe she'll take my advice and pay a little more attention to the chat and give, you know, if you trust Renee and Charlie K, give them a wrench. You know, I know they mod for other channels. You seem to have taken a liking to them, and they seem to have taken a liking to you. So start small. You know, you don't need a bunch of mods. Your chat's not there yet, but it can be there. But that's up to you. You're welcome, everyone. I'm happy to do this. You know, you got to support the small creators. Not all of them. Not all of them deserve it, but because I'm a small creator, I'm tiny. I just now reached 3K and I've been here a year and a half. So, you know, you get out of your channel what you put into it. And I neglected mine for a while. So, But I hope all of you have an amazing weekend. I'm always reachable by email, chasingjustice22 at protonmail.com. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. Everyone be safe. Hug your loved ones. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And I will be seeing all of you Monday or Tuesday with part 4 of Lightning Tiger the movie. Bye, you guys.